Hi everyone, so this video is going to introduce you to our grading system called Grade Goals. So what we want to do is go into our modules, and then we're going to go to the grading page. Okay, so basically what I've decided to do is get rid of points. Okay, so I know that sounds a little strange at first, so stick with me through this video, and by the end you should have a really clear understanding of what we're doing. Okay, so you'll notice in this grading tab, this grading page here, there's 4 tabs. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure that you review all of them, and we're going to go through them too in this video. So as it says here, there's no points. Instead of following a traditional point system, you will have the opportunity to submit your best work, and if you need to revise, you may do so by resubmitting your assignment up to 1 week after I return it to you. Once your assignment is passing, you will receive a check mark in Canvas. If your assignment is not passing, you will see an X, and there are no limits to the number of assignments you can revise, nor the number of times you can revise any given assignment. Okay, so essentially what you're going to do is for every single assignment, regardless of whether it's a quiz, essay, regardless of whatever it is, you're going to submit it, and if it's not passing, you will get a chance to rework the assignment and resubmit it, and then you will get another score, whether it's incomplete or complete. And you keep revising it until it is passing. Okay? So everything is worth the same. There's no weighted assignments. An essay is the same as a quiz, is the same as a discussion. Okay, so there's no percentages, no points at all. Everything that you'll see in the Grade Center will be complete or incomplete, with the exception of your quizzes, which Canvas doesn't allow us to do ungraded quizzes, but I want you to ignore those points. Basically, you just need to score an 80% or higher on any of the quizzes, and then that will be considered complete or passing. So why am I doing this? Okay, it allows you the opportunity to rework your assignments and improve your writing. I know we're juggling several things in our lives, and some semesters it just isn't feasible to do every single assignment for every class. So with this system, you can choose which assignments will fit into your schedule. So a few notes about that. You must complete every essay assignment and research outline in order to receive a passing grade. You're expected to turn in your best work, and the class is going to be rigorous regardless of the grade goal you're shooting for. The assignments will challenge and engage you. So this is kind of just the context here, and now we'll get into what this actually breaks down to. So first you'll see, and I'm in the second tab, Grade Goals Breakdown. To earn a C, you must complete all of these assignments here. Okay, so it's 4 essays plus the research outline and syllabus quiz. We're going to have peer reviews. You need to complete 1 of 3. We're going to have essay self-assessments. You need to do 2 of 4. Discussion boards, you do 6 out of 9. The page contributions, you're going to do 3 out of 5. The other Westmore quizzes, you're going to do 6 out of 8. And the grammar quizzes, 1 out of 2. And then for the C, remember we're looking at a C grade here for the course, you are allowed 4 late assignments. Okay, and so what this means is you can turn in any assignment you want up to 7 days late. Okay, and you can do that 4 times. What I recommend is you save it for an essay because that takes, a bit longer to complete, but this is for anything on the list here. So it could be a self-assessment, a Google Doc contribution, a other Westmore quiz, an essay. Any combination of those, you have 4 late assignments for the C grade. Okay. And then for a B grade, okay, same thing. Remember I said you have to do all the essays, research, outline, right? So that you're going to notice that's the same for each grade. For a B now, right, 4 essays, research outline, syllabus quiz, 2 out of 3 peer reviews, 3 out of 4 self-assessments, 7 out of 9 discussions, 4 out of 5 Google Docs, 7 out of 8 TOWN quizzes, 2 out of 2 grammar quizzes, and this time you get 3 late assignments. Okay, so you can kind of see how this is starting to progress. Then for the A grade, okay, same thing, 4 essays, research outline, all 3 peer reviews, all 4 self-assessments, 8 out of 9 discussions, all 5 Google Docs, all 8 TOWN quizzes, 2 out of 2 grammar quizzes, and this time you get 2 late assignments, okay? So this is kind of just the breakdown here, and then this chart will kind of help solidify everything, okay? So this is the same exact information, just organized a different way, okay? So this time you can see all the grades in the columns. So grade goal A, you're going to read straight down, okay? Grade goal B, right here. And this is just a side-by-side comparison, just so you can kind of get a better understanding, okay? So for example, for grade goal A, you see 8 discussions. For grade goal B, 7, and grade goal C, 6. And then on the right-hand side, it tells you what you need to do in order to earn a passing grade for each of these assignments. So I'll let you guys read that on your own. But hopefully this is starting to become a little bit clearer. And then let's look at the third tab here. The third tab, this is, I know it looks like a lot. Basically, this just explains what every kind of assignment is, okay? And then at the end, I again tell you what each grade goal has to do, okay? So for A, for TALM, 8 out of 9, B, 7 out of 8, C, 6 out of 8. So this is, again, just a description of what each assignment actually is. And this, all of this information, by the way, is also in your syllabus, but I think students like to have this in Canvas just to refer back to during the semester. And then what I've done in this fourth tab is I've given you a chart for how to track all of this. Okay, now you will receive a complete or incomplete grade in the Grade Center in Canvas, but this is just another more simplistic way to track it for yourself. So this is what the chart looks like. This is just an image, so you can't do anything with it. But I want to go ahead and explain how I've done this. And if you think of a different way to track, please send me an email. I'm always looking for easier ways to communicate this information. So what I've done is I have all of the activities down the left-hand side and then the quantity along the top. The gray boxes, you just ignore. So the reason I have 9 columns is because there's 9 discussions. But you notice, so there's only 4 essays. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are all blacked out because there's only 4 essays. Same with the research outline, there's only 1, so I blacked out all of these. So what I would do for myself if I was a student in this class is I would just go through every time I receive a score for an assignment, I would either give myself a check mark or an X depending on what I got. Okay, so a check mark would be complete and an X would be incomplete or not passing. And then I tell you, so you have to do 4 to get an A, B, or C. So you want to make sure you get a check, a check, a check, and a check for the essays. For the research outline, everybody has to do 1 in order to pass. For the discussions, you have to do 6 to get a C, 7 to do a B, and 8 to get an A, right? So you just check, 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 and then as soon as you get to the grade that you want, you can stop, right? So say you're only going for a B, you would, once you get your 7th check mark, you can stop, right? Same thing with the TALM quizzes. Once you get to 7, you can stop. So that's how I've organized this. Again, if you think of a better way to do this, go ahead and do that. So what I've given you are 2 options. I've given you a link to the Google Doc, and all you would have to do is click Make a Copy, and then this will take you to a Google Doc that you can actually type into and track your assignments. I've also given you a Word doc version of it, so all you would have to do is click, and it will download. Okay, and then you just open it right here. Oh, there it is. Right here. And then, like I was saying, you can go ahead and just give yourself check marks. Right? Oops. Maybe hit enter and hit a check mark there, right? Say you didn't get a passing there, then you get an X, right? But remember, you can revise it. So then once you revise it, you can just edit that and say, oh, now it's a check mark. Okay, so that's just the tracking sheet. Again, you can choose how you'd like to do that. Another way to view how you're doing is to go into grades, and I'll just go into my test student here. So I think I mentioned this in the course tour video, but what I recommend, you see how the default is to arrange by due date. So this is a good way to do it if you want to know what's due every week. But for our tracking system, what you're going to want to do is do assignment group and click apply. And now you'll notice, okay, so all of the TALM quizzes are grouped together. Both the grammar quizzes are grouped together. All the discussions right here are grouped together. And you'll be receiving a check or an X, a check or an X. So this is just another way that you can see how you're doing. All right, so that is essentially the grade goals system. Again, you will not see any points except for the quizzes, okay, because like I said, Canvas doesn't allow us to do a no points quiz. So if you get 8 out of 10 on the other Westmore quiz, you're good to go. As long as you get 16 out of 20 on the grammar quizzes, you're good to go. And then the syllabus quiz, you need to get 100%. Okay, those are the only things that you'll see points for. Everything else will be a check or an X. And I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like really briefly. Okay, so you'll see for discussion 1, this student got a complete. For discussion 2, this person got an incomplete. So you'd want to look, there will be a comment here that it will explain why it's incomplete. And then you just go back in and fix it until you get a check mark. All right, so that's essentially the grade goals system. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to send me an inbox message.